Yeah, get that shit all over you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
I would say like for the boy, turned into like further.
Nice. Okay, so this wall essentially designed to most people, when you think like privacy fence, you think vertical boards.
Okay.
Right? We went horizontal so that these gaps here, we have flower boxes.
Okay, cool.
That are actually going to hook on here, and then we have ivy in those boxes.
Nice.
So over time, this will get like be green. Oh, don't worry about that mosquito catcher back there. What the fuck are you doing? Well, use your words like a big boy.
Yeah, it's just like our regular life of playing pro hockey was like on non-game days. You had practice in the morning. I'd go to the rink at like 8 or 8:30, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd be out of there at noon. And you had the rest of your day to yourself. Like that was it.
Right. I
your
wasn't.
whole work day.
I stopped working after what, the third, fourth year? Do you play?
My third or fourth year pro.
Yeah. So we literally spent, which is very uncommon. Like most people in their late 20s, early 30s spend their time like grinding on like getting their career going.
Right.
Whereas like, so they don't spend a lot of time with their significant others as much. Like we were together a lot, which
I feel like that could be rough.
Yeah, I mean, I think like going on the road and stuff is
helpful.
Breaks it up.
Yeah.
You know, but
I loved it. Like
yeah,
I really loved
great.
like.
We did after. I mean, how many people in their 20s do like matinee movies? You know. We would go to afternoon movies all the time, and then you went to like planned dinners with your teammates and them as you know, it's like hanging out.
Yeah. So I mean, like, thankfully you made enough money where I didn't have to work. And actually, that's where I was a manager at Hollister, and he looked at me one day because I hated it so much. It was so brutal. And he looked at me and he goes, "We are either breaking up or you were quitting that job," because he was playing in the NHL at that time. But and so I could have, like, the minimum in the NHL is $650.
No, at the time I think it was $550.
Okay.
And now it's $6.
So enough money that like that's quite a bit of money, right? Where I wouldn't need to work. And
yeah, she was just working at a job, like paying her $30,000, where every day she came home in tears. I was like, I'm making $600,000, like,
right?
I didn't think it's good to like have a career and work, but not when it's making you that unhappy.
Yeah.
Right.
And then in turn, she's coming home and crying, and I'm the.
Now you're dealing with
that.
Yeah.
It's like I was like,
I was a miserable human.
It's like it's making you miserable, but that's in turn making us miserable. Like, this is our everyday life, and instead we should be like living the dream.
Right.
And we did. Like just going the cheaper route, but that's not it at all. It's kind of like
whatever you like.
Well, it's kind of like I can change. I don't think if you go with one or the other, it's going to change the design completely. I like this because I think it's going to be a really cool contrast. But at the same time, $150, like, is that worth it? That's a hard talk to have with your significant other, is that first time that you're like, okay, let's talk about, because I had always had my own bank account. I had always taken care of myself. Like, I told you I worked for at the Hard Rock and made more money than him, and I made bank, and that's when I bought my first Louis Vuitton, like serving cocktails, because it's crazy. And so I was always used to being the one with money. So it was a very odd thing when all of a sudden, because he went from, Kate, can you pay the rent, to $600,000. Like, that's insane.
It's a big jump.
That's a big jump, right?
Yeah. Well, it's tough. I mean, like you said, for Kate to be an independent person, to kind of give some of that up. We weren't married. you know, she's just my girlfriend.
Yeah,
like really, at any point, if things didn't work out, like she would have to go back to the other way of life, and that's and you're like asking her to give that up, and and then after that, I think she always had a hard time, like she wanted to buy a nice pair of shoes or something, like to come to me, or you know.
Well, I think out of respect.
Yeah, and it's like obviously she could have done it. Her name, you know, she had the card, she had the credit card, whatever, you know. Like she could have just gone and done it, but after that, it was always like, hey, I want to buy this and whatever.
So go cut some boards.
Yeah, 85 and 5/8.
He can do that, but I don't like the idea of when you're in a space that's so like just a rectangular patio slab.
Yeah.
Adding to that simplicity.
Okay.
So we wanted to do something. The reason that it's different heights going all the way around too is because we want your eye to go to that. That's the most interesting thing.
Okay.
Your eye tends to go to interesting things, and we want to detract from the simplicity of this patio slab. These were Aaron's. I don't know. The pots are super cool. I don't know. They're artificial palms. Aaron grew up in Florida, so he really likes, you know, greenery and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure. I think kind of depending on space here, how it feels at the end, if I'll include them or not. Aaron's totally, you know, fine with that. He also bought the rug, and well, he bought the table and the furniture as well, but the rug is not the right tone of blue, so it's not staying either. I had to have that conversation, and I hate doing that. Like I don't want to come in and say we're getting rid of everything, because that's horrible, and that's not what I end up doing anyways. But sometimes, you know, it doesn't work. We have pavers out here. Again, the pavers are going to actually kind of wrap around and come to here. The pavers are not really meant to be a walkway. Again, it's almost kind of like to add and extend the patio a little bit, and also add some interest.